What's good, everybody?
For the old man.
That's right, we are back.
Back.
Miami Marlins General Manager Kevin Oleman just now wrapping his first season at the helm as the GM. That would be the 2027 season. In our last episode, we wrapped the regular season. We are right now just at the beginning of the postseason. Before we go through to wrap up the postseason, we are going to hop in and take a look at our personnel roster. So let's do that now. All right, so we're here at the personnel screen. Just gonna scroll through this to show the coaches that we have so far agreed to extensions with. There are a number of coaches we have not submitted offers to for extensions, and then there are a handful that we have submitted offers to that have not yet accepted the offer, and they may not accept the offers. So there are going to, I say all that to say, there will be a number of coaches that we'll need to replace during the offseason. But I just want to show this now before we simulate the playoffs, just in case any of these other guys sign. At the major league level, Kevin Oleman is the only one whose contract is set to expire, which is odd. I guess we signed a one-year deal. I didn't realize that. Alright, at the AAA level, you can see the manager is signed through next season. The pitching coach is signed through 2030. Ryan Chipka, the batting coach, we extended him for 5 seasons at $165K per. On the AA team, we got Kevin Randall, the manager, and Dave Island, the pitching coach. I think we're gonna let these two guys go. Kevin Randall, he was a decent manager. They had a really bad season this past year, but I think I'm gonna go ahead and move on from him and find another manager for our AA ball club.
You're fired.
Dave Island, he's a good pitching coach. I'm slightly concerned about his age.
Come on now.
Don't get me wrong, I am old man games, right? But hey, I don't like old coaches, so sue me. Now he's a good pitching coach, but I need somebody who's good with development and mechanics at the lower levels. So we're gonna move on from Dave Island.
You're fired.
Pat Burrell, we've given an extension to, so we'll bring him back 5 years, $115,000. Let me just quickly show Ryan Chipka since we haven't done that yet. The guy we extended up here. See, he's good with development, excellent at hitting. All right, for our high A team, most of these guys, or all of these guys, will be coming back. Manager Bob Boylan, he signed through 2030. Pitching coach Jeff Jensen signed through 2031. And Marcos Mendoza just signed a 4-year extension for $110,000 per season. As you can see, he's good and excellent at development and mechanics. I actually covet development and mechanics more than I do teaching hitting, you know? Or at least teaching hitting has to be at the minimum an average as what Marcos Mendoza has here. Okay, that was the high A team. For our A team, we did submit an offer to Bobby Spain. He did not accept the offer.
Hey, what happened?
So we may be in a position where we'll have to replace Bobby Spain as the hitting coach on the A team. Then on our rookie teams, let's see, the rookie complex, on the Florida Complex League, we're bringing all those coaches back. They're all signed through the next season, or actually not the next season, but they're all signed through 2030 or 2031. And the Dominican Rookie League, the manager, he signed through 2028. And then the pitching coach and batting coach, we've signed 4-year extensions. They're both decent. I like his influence over mechanics. He could be better at pitching and development, but we'll keep an eye on that for Ipley, Nate Ipley, and then Darling Red. Huh? Red, I don't know how you pronounce that, even though it's like a regular word, right? Darling Reed is how I say it. We're also bringing him back mainly because, you know, the past 2 years with these guys on there, they've had good seasons, so figure why not extend them. And then everyone on our Dominican rookie number 2 league, they're all signed through next season, so not much to see there. So again, just wanted to show what our pitching staff looks like at this time. We're going to go ahead and simulate through the playoffs, see if anyone else signed, and then fill whatever vacancies we have. So I'll flip back at the end of the playoffs. All right, we're back at the home screen here. Just wanted to show we've officially concluded the season. We've wrapped up the playoffs, and they want to bring to our attention our overall season score for Kevin Oleman's first season. It's 261. Not a good score, as they say, but hey, this is your number 1. We can only go up from here. So that'll be that. Okay, flipping over to the playoff screen here. As you can see, this is what the 2027 Major League Baseball playoffs turned out to be. Your Atlanta Braves ran away with the title. Minnesota took them all the way to 7 games, but the Braves pulled it out.
That's what she
So
said.
that is your 2027 World Series champions, Atlanta Braves. Okay, so right now what I want to do is show we are on the Arizona Fall League. I just want to show the players from our organization that have been selected by our AFL affiliate, which is the Mesa Solar Sox. We have 7 players that have been selected to play for them this fall, and we'll just show who they are really quick. They'll be easy to spot because all 7 of the players were recently in our draft and are on the draft short list, and therefore, as you can see, they are all capitalized. So the first player on the Arizona Fall League on the Mesa Solar Sox would be Eric Strickland, the 18-year-old pitcher. This is what he looks like. If you recall, we picked up Eric in the 3rd round of this past draft in 2027. So far he's struggling just a tad bit within the AFL. This is what he did in rookie ball. He only pitched 3 innings in rookie ball, so it'll be good for him to pick up this additional development in the AFL. So that should definitely bode well for him and his overall development as a player. So that's Eric Strickland, the pitcher. Let's see, we also have Mike Narcisse, is how I'm gonna pronounce his name. As you can see here, he's also struggling so far in the AFL, but he has only pitched 2 innings. He only pitched 1 inning for us during the minor league season, so it is definitely good that he was selected for the Fall League to continue his development. Right, that's the second player. The third player is Robbie Barber. If you recall, Robbie Barber, he's the guy, he's a 2-way player. He was selected in the 5th round of this past draft. He only pitched 8.1 innings during the regular minor league season. So far in the AFL, he's pitched through 5 seasons, and 5 innings. And he's looking decent so far. Decent-ish. He's looking better than the other 2 pitchers we showed. All right, so that's Robbie Barber. Mike Frank, the catcher, who we selected in the 12th round this past season. He was picked up for the AFL season. He played in 18 games during the minor league season. So far, he's played in 2 games. And we'll keep an eye on his development. Steve Antrobus, We picked him up out of the 19th round, if you recall. He's currently a shortstop, but I don't think we're gonna keep Steve at shortstop, actually. We might move him around. I think he would be a better third baseman. Hold on. Yep, I'm about to move him right now into third base. I want his development to take place at third base. He played in 29 games for us during the minor league season. It was an abysmal performance under the Mendoza line. So far, he's only played in one game, but he hasn't even had any at-bats in the AFL. So hopefully he can continue his development here. All right, after Steve, we have Chris Ray, another shortstop. This guy we picked up in the 10th round. He actually started on the rookie team, got bumped up to the A team, where he struggled a bit more than he did in the previous level. And so now he's working his way through the Arizona Fall League and looking to continue his development. So that's good for Chris Ray, the 22-year-old out of the University of Utah. All right, after Chris Ray, we also have Pat Cameron, who was our number 2 pick in the draft. As you can see, his development is coming along nicely. He played on the rookie team. He did extremely well, too, in the 15 games that he played. And he only played 15 games because he was also playing in the MiLB Prospect League, which goes through the summer. And we didn't pull him. We let him finish playing in that development league. So he got 60 games there. Then he came to the minor league. He came to our farm system in the rookie league, on the rookie team, got 15 games in there. And then now so far in the Arizona Fall League, he's played through 9 games. So hopefully he can continue his development. He's looking pretty good so far. All right, so those are our players that are in the Arizona Fall League for this season. All right, so here we are at the arbitration screen. What I want to show here is basically the arbitration, the team offers that we're going to make. Highlight here that we withdrew the offer from Chris Rodriguez, the 29-year-old right-handed pitcher. And mainly because his injury proneness is fragile. Last year he spent the entire year at AAA. He did well, but we don't really need this guy going forward with that injury proneness. Like I said, I'm not into fragile players, so we'll let him go. But as you can see, we've made offers to all the other players. We'll come back and show the results as we did last offseason. But I want to also highlight that we submitted extensions to 2 players, one being 26-year-old right-handed pitcher Connor Phillips. So we'll see if he signs his extension. The next that we provided an extension to was Cedane Rafaela. That's our second baseman who made the All-Star team this past season, the 27-year-old. We submitted an extension to him as well. So those are the 2 players we provided extensions to. We'll see how that pans out. We didn't have any pending free agents this season. These are our minor league free agents. The players with hashtags by their names are the players that we extended offers to keep or to retain. The other players we will release to free agency. So I'll just scroll through this. There aren't too many players on this list compared to what I've seen through other off seasons, but just to show and document who we are going to attempt to keep and who we're going to release. All right, so that's the salary arbitration page. So from here, I'm just going to simulate through to the salary arbitration. I'll stop the sim and share with you guys any news updates, whether that pertains to extension signings or whether that be personnel changes. We'll bring you that along the way, or even awards. I forgot, that's the other thing that can occur along the way would be any awards that we obtain. So yeah, we'll be back with that as we go. All right, so here we are. We are on November 10th. We're not quite yet at arbitration, but we did sign the 2 extensions. So I just wanted to stop here to highlight those extensions. Connor Phillips, the right-handed pitcher, 26-year-old right-handed pitcher. We signed him to a 3-year deal with a 4th-year team option. As you can see, total value of the deal is $19 million. First year is $3 million, second $4.25, third $5.5, and then the option will be for $6.25. We also provided him with a couple of incentives. If he pitches 100 innings in a season, we'll throw him $100,000. If he wins the Cy Young Award, he'll get $250,000. There's no bonus for the All-Star for him. But yeah, so that's Connor Phillips' extended contract. And as you can see, the fans were thrilled with that extension. As I said, we also extended an offer to our second baseman, Ceddanne Rafaela. He's actually a utility guy. He can play several positions, as you see here, but right now he's excelling for us at second base. So he also signed a 4-year extension. It's 3-year with a 4th-year option, but for a bit more money. This one will be for $30.8 million is the value as they show when signed. First year, $3 million. Second year, $6.4 million. Third year is going to be $9.8 million. The 4th year is the team option for $11.6 million. And then his incentives, if he gets 500 plate appearances, he'll get $150,000 bonus. And then there's also a $250,000 All-Star bonus. The buyout for his contract, if we don't exercise the team option, will be $3.25. So yeah, those are our 2 extensions. We'll continue on with the simulation toward arbitration, and we'll stop if there's any other news to highlight along the way. All right, so we're back here at the conclusion of the salary arbitration. We simulated all the way to the arbitration results. As you can see, we did not win any awards this season. So other than the few All-Stars that we had, that was pretty much it in terms of individual awards. Now let's get into arbitration. So first up, we have Cal Bradish, the pitcher. 31-year-old right-handed pitcher. He signed a 1-year contract worth $6.1 million. Team offer 5.5, so we missed out on that. Next up, Eduardo Garcia. He was awarded a 1-year deal for just over $2.2 million. So we saved there. He was demanding 2.4. Next up is 31-year-old right-handed pitcher Corbin Martin. He signed a 1-year deal for 3.1, just under 3.2 million. The team offered 2.8, so he got over on us there. Next up, our first baseman, Gordon Groshans. He was awarded a 1-year deal for 2.8 million. He demanded 3 million, so we saved a little there. After that, the other first baseman, 29-year-old lefty, Jonathan Aranda. He was looking for 1.6, but he was awarded 1.4, so that's another 200,000 in savings. Okay, next is 29-year-old right-handed pitcher Bryce Miller. He was awarded a 1-year, $3 million deal. He was looking for 3.3 million, so that's another 324,000 in savings for the team. Next, left-handed pitcher, 30-year-old Hogan Harris. He was awarded a 1-year contract worth $6.13 million. The team offered $5 million, so he pretty much ate up all the savings from the other players we showed so far, which is totally fine. We're in pretty good shape financially, which I'll show after we wrap up the arbitration here, so no worries there. Next, left-handed pitcher Brent Herter. He was awarded a one-year deal for $2.466 million. The team offered him 2.2, so he got about 266,000 more than what we offered. Okay, next is young gun, 24-year-old right-handed pitcher Alex Paulino. He was awarded a one-year, $2 million deal, just under $2.1 million. We offered 1.9. He got the advantage on us, totally fine. After that, we have outfielder Johnny DeLuca, the 29-year-old. He was awarded a one-year deal for $4 million. He demanded 4.9, just under $5 million, so we saved a bunch there, almost $1 million in savings. Okay, next is Dylan Beavers. Remember, this is one of the guys we picked up, I want to say in the July trade window. He was an outfielder. He spent the time with us so far at AAA. He was awarded a one-year deal for $2.4 million. We offered 2.2, but he was awarded the higher amount. And then lastly, we have Lucas Gilbreth. He was another trade we made during the July window. He was awarded a one-year, $2.6 million deal. The team offered 2.4. And that's it. That'll do it for arbitration. Next, I'm gonna hop and show the updates to the personnel. Okay, so here we are. We're on the personnel screen. We've made several deals here and several movements. So first off, I want to show Angel Espada. We promoted him from the A team up to AA. He's the new manager for the AA team. He had previously managed the A team for 5 seasons, compiled a 340 to 322 record. So fairly decent. We'll see how he can do at this new higher level. The 52-year-old Angel Espada. He's signed through the end of this year, so he's in a contract year coming up. Okay, we also promoted the pitching coach on the AA. So we brought, similarly from A to AA, Brian Paul was promoted, the young gun, the 32-year-old pitching coach. As you can see, he's good at pitching, excellent at mechanics, and good at development. Spent one season at our A team. We picked him up from Seattle, from the Seattle organization. Last season was his first season with us. He did fairly well. Now we'll see how he can do at the AA level. Okay, 2 more promotions. The other promotion was Jason Casey, the 45-year-old. We promoted him from the rookie FCL team up to the A team. He's going to take Angel Espada's place. Last year was Jason's first year in our organization. He had a decent season, just a hair under 500. So we'll see how he can do at this higher level. And then the last promotion we made was also on the A team. We promoted Angel Morales, the 53-year-old. We promoted him from the DSL2, from our second Dominican League team up to the A team. And we had to do it. I mean, this guy looks like he's an extremely good coach. Even though that team didn't do too well, I still want to progress him through our organization because I believe that he can really help our players develop. So keep an eye on the players on the A team. I think they're going to have a good season this year coming up in 28, because this guy, he's outstanding at teaching hitting. He's excellent with mechanics and good at development. And again, last year was his first year in our organization. So those are the 4 promotions we made. In addition to these 4 promotions, we also signed 3 new coaches into the organization. Okay, the first coach that we signed is the new manager for the rookie FCL team. That will be 58-year-old Javier Fimbers. So he doesn't have any previous coaching experience, but what I liked about him is he's outstanding at development. He's also a defensive coach, so we'll see how he can do with the team in terms of managing the team. So he's the new manager for the rookie league team. Then we also hired a new hitting coach for our second Dominican League team. And this is due to both of these, pretty much all of these are due to promotions. These vacancies, that is. So I want to pronounce this Alcides Duverge. He's the new hitting coach for the DSL2 team. There's a lot I like about him as a coach. I think he's going to have a great career within our organization. He is outstanding at teaching hitting. Mechanics are decent, which I think is fine, but he's legendary with development. So that's the big thing right there. So we'll see how he can do. And then last but not least, on the A team. Now we forked over a lot of money for this guy. As you can see, look at this. Jeff Barndollar. He's coming in as the highest paid coach at the minor league level. And that's the new pitching coach on the A squad. We offered him $260,000. Wow. 50-year-old. He is outstanding at teaching pitching, excellent at handling aging, good with mechanics, and excellent with development. And you can see his track record here as a pitching coach. He even has managing attributes, so he can flip over to becoming a manager at some point in the future. So we're excited about him. We're excited about these changes to our personnel. And that'll be that. All right, so we're getting close to winding down this episode. I initially wanted to get through winter meetings as well as the Rule 5 draft, but I don't think we're gonna have enough time to do that. So before we wrap, let's just mull over some of our financials. I'm gonna go ahead and make an adjustment here to the ticket pricing. I think I'm just gonna bump this up just by a tick up to $27.52, okay? Just 2 cents. And we'll see how we can do with our season ticket sales. If we sell more season tickets than we did the previous season, I'll leave it at 52, maybe even increase it. If we sell less, I'll drop the price once we open the season. Let's see. Want to show really quick. Let's just scroll through some of this. Now, remember, as I said previously, I took out owner goals. Don't want to deal with that.
Ain't nobody got time
But
for
here's
that.
a look at our owner, 79-year-old Bruce Sherman. Okay, here's a look at our accounting screen. So this is the season we just wrapped up right here, 2027, in comparison to 2026. Before we took over, look at this. We made $33.75 million in trades last year. Remember, like I said, it's not a good trade if there was no cash involved. So we were good on that. We picked up another $39 million in revenue sharing. Not sure what this luxury sharing is. Oh, okay. I guess we received an additional $246,000 for this payroll taxation, threshold taxation. Cash from owner. This just essentially means that the owner was able to walk away with $47 million. We put $47.25 million into the owner's pocket. The previous season, he only walked away with 21. He walked away with less than half of that. So we doubled the owner distributions in this year, which, if you ask me, is phenomenal. Here's the budget for 2028 for this upcoming season. We're projected to have a loss. We had a loss last year, actually. Well, it was a loss before you factor in this other revenue. So I take that back. You can say it was a loss from this activity up here up to this point, and then we more than made up for it with the cash from trades, the revenue sharing. Oh, okay, yeah, so this math is mathing. So when you look here, these three items total $73.9 million, just over $73.9 million. When you subtract the loss from the season activity, the balance is the amount that the owner took home, is this $47 million. So technically what that essentially means is that we made a profit of 47. Basically, this is our real profit right here, the amount that the owner took home, okay? So next season, we're projected to lose a large amount. We'll see how that goes. I'm gonna skip salaries. I'll show that later. Let's take a quick look at player development. As you can see, we have some ranked players here. We have about 8 or 9 players ranked. Look at this. Our minor league system is 5th out of 30. We're 5 out of 30, so that's pretty good. I want to say that's improvement there. That's extremely good. We'll keep an eye on that. I may increase this development budget. I think I'm gonna. Okay, we can't do quite 28 million, but we'll shoot for the 27 million then and run with that. So that'll be that. But as you can look here, look at Pat Cameron. He's already the top outfielder in our farm system. Pat Cameron is the guy we drafted this year. He was the 2nd round pick out of Tennessee Tech. He looks really good. So this is just a look at what our farm system looks like at this moment in time. I'm gonna show this again once we get closer to the beginning of the next season, just to see where we are, but this is where we are at the end of season 1 with the development. I already showed personnel. Let me just reset our staff. Okay, we're good there. Yeah, guys, so I think this is a good stopping point for this episode here. Next up, on the next episode, we're gonna go through winter meetings and the Rule 5 draft. But yeah, that's it. Episode number 9, Miami Marlins, Kevin Oleman.
For the old man.
Thank you for watching to this point. We'll see you next time. Peace.